You're watching KWQC TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the Quad Cities, with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel, this is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, California Burritos, the local family-owned restaurant, is opening its second location this weekend. We'll take a closer look at the delicious menu. Plus, a preview of the Geneseo Art Walk happening this Saturday, where you can experience live art demonstrations and interactive exhibits. And the Scott County First Responders Blood Drive is coming up soon. How you can vote for your favorite emergency crew while donating to an important cause. Hello and welcome to Quad Cities Live on this Friday, April 25th. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier. Well, spring is in full bloom, and there's no better place to celebrate the season than at Eve's Garden and Greenhouse in Davenport. This weekend, the business is opening its doors for a spring open house, inviting everyone to explore all they have to offer. Our own Kyle Keel is joining us live from Eve's with a preview of what visitors can expect. Kyle, there is a lot to see.
Yeah, there certainly is. This is my first time at Eve's, actually on the property. I've driven by it a few times, and there is a lot to see here. So you'll want to come out here this weekend for the open house, which we are going to talk about here in just a moment. But first, let's get a little background on Eve's Garden and Greenhouse. We've got one of the co-owners, Stacy Millett, here joining us now. Stacy, thanks for having us down today.
Thank you for coming over.
Yes, we certainly appreciate the invite. So you're about to celebrate 1 year in business. How does that feel?
It feels fabulous. I mean, it's amazing just to make 1 year and all the transitions that we've been doing. It's just really great.
All right, and also what I think this is great is that you co-own this business with your mom. So talk about how this all got started.
This opportunity came up. The property was for sale a year ago, and my mom was like, we should do this. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then we got into it, and it's something I love and have been into for years and just love it. So.
And I mean, you know what you're talking about because like you said, you've worked at other greenhouses, other areas to get plants. You know your plants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been growing plants for over 12 years, so.
All right, so talk about some of the plants that we have over here. I see that we have some cacti available. Anyone who watches the show knows I'm not good at plants, so tell us what we have.
We have tropical in-house plants that just arrived this week, hibiscus and palms and bromeliads and a whole bunch of other house plants, the ferns that came in.
Yeah, you got plenty of plants to choose from, and not only do we have the outside, but we also have stuff inside. Do you guys sell like fertilizer and seeds?
Yeah, all the things that you need for your garden, seed starter, flower packets, fertilizer for anywhere from your garden to your trees and shrubs, and just pots if you need for your plants.
All right, so yeah, keep this in mind because we're getting closer and closer to where it's safe to put really any plant in the ground. So you'll certainly want to keep Eve's in mind for that. And again, if you've not been to Eve's yet, what better opportunity than this weekend? You have an open house tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we have open house from 9 to 5. We have the bagel shop coming and the Fizz Lab coming for food and drinks. And then we have Grandma's making cookies, so we're going to be passing out cookies. And just a whole bunch of other specials going on this weekend.
All right, so talk about a few of those specials for people coming out.
Right now we have a bag of topsoil for $1.99, 4-inch tomatoes for $1.99 as well. And then our hanging baskets are all $2 off.
There you go. There's some deals for you here this weekend. And what's the time frame for the event?
9 to 5.
From 9 to 5, so you have an 8-hour opportunity. We were just kind of talking about the weather. You know, it's a little cooler today, a little overcast tomorrow. It's looking much better to come out here to Eve's. They're located on the corner of Northwest Boulevard and Division Street in Davenport. Again, plenty of plants to see and to choose from. And again, when you want to take a good account for those specials happening tomorrow from 9 to 5 for the spring open house. And coming up in the next half hour, we'll take a closer look at some of the plants offered here at Eve's Greenhouse, Eve's Garden and Greenhouse, rather. Live in Davenport for Quad Cities Live, I'm Kyle Keel. Morgan, we'll send it back to you.
All right, looks great, Kyle. Thank you so much. Well, this weekend, downtown Geneseo is transforming into a vibrant celebration of local art. The 2025 Geneseo Art Walk is happening this Saturday, turning the heart of the city into a live gallery with artists, performers, interactive exhibits lining the streets. Joining us with details on this exciting annual event is Zach Sullivan from the Geneseo Chamber of Commerce and a dolphin.
Yeah, my text message wanted to go off. Sorry about that. Yeah.
That's
Hi,
okay.
Morgan.
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, doing great. Getting ready for an exciting weekend of art in Geneseo.
Yes, very cool. Okay, so for anybody that has never gotten the opportunity to come out and enjoy this wonderful weekend, what can visitors expect at this year's Art Walk?
Yeah, so the Geneseo Art Walk is celebrating its 10th year in 2025.
Wow.
So it's a decade of artistic excellence in Geneseo. Visitors can expect a lot of cool interactive exhibits. We're going to have a sculpting display, a tie-dye making demonstration.
Wow.
We're going to have balloon animals, live music, food trucks, and all the fun stuff. It's a great event to showcase local art and our local art galleries in Geneseo, as well as the talents of our local students.
Yeah, it is wonderful, and we're going to take a look at some of that artwork from local students that you brought with you here today. But I have to ask, I mean, you just said 10 years, which is really incredible for an event to last a decade in any community. So what has kind of changed and grown about this event over the years? I mean, how does it look now compared to how it looked year one?
Yeah, so a lot of credit goes to David Smith of Smith Studio and Gallery. He's a retired art teacher, and he's now the owner and resident artist at Smith Studio. And he had an idea a few years ago, before I was even involved with the chamber, of having an art event with the stores that would help bring people into stores while showcasing art.
Wow.
Well, over the years, this event has grown. During the pandemic, it was a virtual event. And then we've also just seen the footprint grow and grow where more businesses are participating. And now we're closing off parts of the street so people can have a place to relax, enjoy some live music, and also support local clubs like the Geneseo High School Art Club, who will be doing a fundraiser tomorrow.
That is wonderful. And so it's meaningful to businesses as well. I mean, from the very start, you've just really incorporated not only the local artists, regional artists, but also the businesses, which are so important to Geneseo.
Sure, yeah, and actually this cool Geneseo hoodie that I'm wearing is from one of our local businesses, Mango Merch, all in stitches, and it's a tie-dye shirt, so I thought it'd be a great shirt to wear for the Art Walk. But that's just one example of what many stores have to offer in Geneseo. So many great stores who have great gifts. There's our art galleries, of course, and then of course our restaurants, right? You can go inside and try one of our delicious restaurants. We have 27 in Geneseo. And so there's plenty of places for people to eat, but we'll also have a couple food trucks if you want to walk so far and just get a quick treat. Yeah,
it just goes to show you over this time how much Geneseo is really growing, but also kind of still keeping that very small town Main Street feel about it, which is very hard to do.
Yeah, it's a balance for sure. To your point, we try to preserve these traditions while keeping it fresh, so that way it doesn't become stale and people lose interest. You always have to try new things, and that's why I appreciate like our Art Walk committee, our board of directors at the Geneseo Chamber, because they're willing to step outside and think outside of the box and try things differently. And I think that's one of the key ingredients to our success.
Absolutely. Okay, so you talk a lot about not only incorporating professional artists in this event, but also student artists, and you brought some really cool stuff with you here today. So just describe what you brought.
Yeah, so these are pieces of art from some of our local elementary school students. These are some flowers that was drawn by Olivia, and then we also have a monster here from Jaden. So lots of cool examples. Now this one's cool because it's sign language, and it spells out D-O-G-S, dogs.
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me pull that one up and put that on the screen as well. This is very cute. Talk a little bit more about how the art from these students will be viewed and incorporated into this event, because when you think about it, I mean, I have a little one at home. This is very, very exciting for them.
Yeah, it is, and for families. We see a lot of families who will go and take pictures by the students' art. So these specific pieces will actually appear in window fronts along downtown Geneseo. So as you stroll through downtown Geneseo, you can enjoy these wonderful pieces of art. There's also the Geneseo High School Art Exhibition, which is happening right now at Smith Studio and Gallery. But this event lends itself really well to helping students showcase their talent in front of a large crowd of people who come through Geneseo who come to support these students as well.
Absolutely. And one thing that I really wanted to talk to you about was the mural project, which has been underway since I believe 2022 in Geneseo. And you guys are just adding to them. I think you have 5 completed murals already. So just talk about that initiative.
Yeah, so a few years ago we started the Geneseo Mural Project to add and invest in public art in Geneseo. And we've taken taken blank brick walls and turned them into wonderful pieces of art for everyone to enjoy that feature different characteristics of Geneseo, whether it's what you see today with the Isle of Flags, or if it honors our history, such as our Harold Newman aviation pioneer mural. So it's really cool to be a part of that, and it's been a substantial investment in public art thanks to our donors. We have some wonderful donors who have helped out, and we cannot do this without them, and I just wanted to express my gratitude towards our donors for helping to make the Geneseo mural project possible.
Yeah, it is very cool, and from what I understand, there is another mural underway right now that will be completed this year, so just something to look forward to.
Yes.
The 2025 Geneseo Art Walk, it is set for tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in downtown Geneseo. It is free to attend with live music, food for purchase, of course, plenty of art to see, and you're going to want to support those student artists as well. Zach, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Morgan.
Absolutely. And a quick reminder for everybody watching, 2 weeks from today, KWQC will be putting the spotlight on Geneseo for our special Hello Geneseo broadcast. So look for special stories each day of the week leading up to Friday, May 9th. And then on that Friday, our team will head out to Geneseo and be broadcasting live at 5 and 6 p.m. We are all looking forward to that. Once again, Zach, thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.
Yes, thank you. Coming up on QCL, wooden shoes, windmills, and a whole lot of Dutch pride. Fulton is gearing up for its annual Dutch Days celebration. More on the food, fun, and tradition next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Fulton, Illinois is getting ready to step back into its wooden shoes and celebrate a cherished tradition. Dutch Days is back on May 2nd and 3rd. And this year's festival is extra special as the community marks a milestone for its iconic windmill, a symbol of Fulton's Dutch heritage. Leading the celebration is this year's Grand Marshal, Barb Mask, and Amber Turner is leading the Dutch dancers, a major part of this annual celebration. Ladies, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Barb, as always, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
In your traditional Dutch outfit here today. And I wish people could see your shoes, beautiful Dutch shoes, but you also brought these with you. So tell me a little bit, what's the story behind these shoes?
Well, the Dutch actually started wearing wooden shoes centuries ago because they live in such a low land and the land is always damp. So leather shoes would just rot quickly.
Sure.
So the wooden shoes were really by necessity.
Well, they're beautiful
Always
too.
kept them at the back door. And one of the things we pride ourselves with Dutch Days is that we have an authentic Dutch wooden shoemaker who comes and carves the shoes right in front of you.
Incredible.
He also speaks on Friday and Saturday for people who are interested in that. It's kind of a lost craft now.
Well, yeah, I can imagine that it is. You probably have a hard time finding somebody that can come and do something like that. So a real treat for visitors that are going to be out there on that weekend. You've been named this year's Grand Marshal.
I have.
How does that feel after all your hard work?
Well, it's just a thrill.
Yeah.
It just really is. So many pleasures that come, people that I've worked with on different projects that I haven't talked to for a while, you know, hearing from all of them, and it's just really been a pleasure.
Yeah, I can imagine. People are looking forward to seeing you kind of lead off the celebration. And Amber, let's talk a little bit about you and your involvement. She's not excited about your involvement with Dutch Days. I mean, it is a really good time, and you're heavily involved with, there you are, with the Dutch dancers.
It is, yep. Yeah, so I, after COVID, moved back home and took over teaching the next generation, as I like to say, of the Dutch dancers.
Wow.
So those are my wooden shoes that I got in 1996, I think. So they are all scuffed up from, I took a break in between, but moved back and get to teach. And it's actually really exciting. When we started, we had just short of 4 circles, and every circle has 8 couples. And now we have 8 circles. So we've really doubled since coming back from COVID, which is really exciting. And the kids all really excited and keep coming back, and families have joined now this year. So it's all ages. We stay kind of like from 1st grade, 2nd grade to 99 is how we advertise it.
That's wonderful. And so these are folks there from the Fulton area. They volunteer to learn Dutch dancing and perform it.
Absolutely.
Is it difficult to try and get that down?
Some are. There are 9 dances we do is just us, and then the 10th one, the whole community comes out at the very end,
Which is great fun.
Yeah.
People just come from the audience. Everybody's invited to participate in the last one.
Yeah, but we start at the end of February.
Okay.
Twice a week. and go through right up until the week of.
So it's hard work.
It
oh
is.
My goodness.
It is.
Okay.
But we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit more about the festival itself, Barb, because there is just so much to it. You talked about the, the shoemaker that's going to be there. We talked about the Dutch dancing. There are tons of things, though, Barb, for people to get involved in.
Lots of participatory things. Starts with the race in the morning, and then the Dutch dancing, and then for the children with the petting zoo, with the train, with the little tractor pull. I mean, kids just can be actively engaged and really stay involved with everything that's going on. And then just lots of programs. We have lots of educational. I think what sets our festival apart from everybody else is, we do the educational and the cultural things. We do everything else a festival does, but then we add all those other things as well.
Right, like what are we here for?
Yeah, what are we here
at the end
for?
of the day, what are
Yes.
we here for?
It's another culture to learn about.
Yeah, well, we just caught a picture of the windmill. That's also a big reason.
It's our theme this year.
It is.
It's 25 years old. It's very special for us because it was opened on the 25th anniversary of Dutch Days.
Okay.
So we have a wonderful connection with the windmill, and so that's our theme. And they will be celebrating a special event in June.
Okay, to mark that, a major
I'm sure
milestone.
somebody will be here to talk to you about that as well.
Well, let's hope so. And people that are interested in that, you also do tours during this festival as well, so people can check that out up close if you've driven by it like I have year after year and wanted to see. So talk a little bit about, Amber, what your favorite part of the festival is. I mean, aside, of course, from seeing all your performers just do an amazing job, what do you like so much about being in Fulton and being part of this?
The corn dogs.
Okay, I'm with you. Yeah.
No, it's really it's like homecoming for me. I have not missed one. Even when I went to college, the first year I didn't have a car, I made my parents come get me. I'm like, I'm not missing out. I danced that first year and I didn't dance through the rest of college. I do have a classmate that has danced all through college life. She lives actually here in the Quad Cities and comes back every year to dance. So it's really, to me, more of a homecoming than like actual homecoming is in the fall.
Yeah.
And that's
special.
Just everyone getting together for all of it, whether it's the corn dogs or the dancing, just the walking around to all the different things.
Yeah, and what a special thing for people who aren't from the area, for visitors to witness something like that. Now, before we run out of time with both of you, Barb, I do want to speak quickly to the vendors. There are tons and tons of vendors that are involved in this weekend for people to check out, from traditional just to crafts and everything like that.
Lots of arts and crafts. I think we have more this year than we've had since pre-COVID days. I know with the food vendors, we have more than what we've had since pre-COVID days.
Love that.
So we're just really happy about that. And we, do the Dutch pastries. So we try to do the ethnic things, but a lot of people, it's the first festival out for the spring.
Yes.
So they're just hungry for the corn dogs.
Yes, we are
and
hungry.
all those other things that a typical festival offers.
We
too.
are ready. Well, that is wonderful. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Fulton Dutch Days. It is set for Friday, May 2nd and Saturday, May 3rd. So it's coming up soon in Fulton's downtown business district. There is fun for the whole family, as we mentioned, from Dutch dancing and windmill tours to a 5K you can still sign up for. And of course, there is a parade at 3 p.m. on Saturday that you will not want to miss. Barb and Amber, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And still to come, California Burritos. It's opening a brand new location in Davenport, and they are celebrating that with food, of course, drinks, and family fun. We've got all the delicious details after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you love bold flavors and made-to-order West Coast-inspired Mexican food, we are excited to tell you that California Burritos is expanding. The popular spot is opening its second location this weekend on West Locust Street in Davenport, and they are throwing a grand opening celebration you won't want to miss. Here to tell us all about it is franchise owner Rigo Herrera, along with the owner of the newest location, Tara Wright. Both of you, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
You have made the entire QCL studio smell delicious by only bringing 3 items with you. Everyone's been commenting on how amazing it smells. It looks great as well. So very, very cool, very exciting time. So Rigo, talk a little bit about California Burritos. What kind of makes the menu stand out a little bit more?
I feel like our high quality ingredients that we use very juicy, tender meats, proteins, our seasoning. Everybody raves about our seasonings. I don't know, just the way we cook it, the way we prepare it and stuff like that.
And well, yeah, and I've heard a lot of people comment, it's like made right there for you.
Yep.
Like you are watching folks that are, you know, at work and they're making it right in front of you. Everything is fresh, which people can tell the difference.
Yep. Yeah, we take good pride on that. A lot of people like the fact that whatever protein you choose or any ingredient you choose, we'll grab it in front of you, chop it up, make your burrito, bowl, whatever meal you like. So
very cool. Yeah, it's delicious. I can attest to that. I'm a fan already of your location at 53rd. So Tara, why did you guys want to become owners of this newest location, and why do you feel like that location really is going to be such a success?
Well, me and my husband have been going to the 53rd location for years.
Yes.
A couple times a week. We were pretty heavy on it, and he's always wanted to open something up, and I was more wanting to do something as a franchise, but something that we loved.
Yeah.
And so he had gotten in contact with him and kind of, you know, let him know, hey, we're looking, I have the spot, it's West Locust Street, they need something over there. We've got so many people that have come in and said, thank you, we're so happy you're here. You know, there's nothing over on that side like it, and it just has been booming
already. Well, congratulations. That's wonderful. So that's what we're seeing right there on the screen is that newest location where everybody, we hope, is going to be headed this weekend for the celebration. Now, before we get to the details of that grand opening celebration, you guys brought these menu items with you here today. So Tara, will you go over what each of these are, just to let folks know in case they're watching right now and they're like, that's what I want to order?
Yeah. This is one of our newest ones that he's added to the menu since we've franchised. And this is our baked potato.
Yum.
And we load it with steak, chipotle ranch.
It looks amazing.
The pico de gallo's on that. And this is done right in front of you too. And then this is a spinach burrito, and I'm not sure, did you put chicken in it today?
Yep, we did that one with chicken, French fries, salsa, lettuce, cheese. California burrito, you
gotta have the fries.
You gotta have the fries in the burrito.
I love that.
That's what makes it a California burrito, yes.
Yes, it does. You're so right. I've heard that before. And you've got the fries here, but they're a little twist. It's almost like nacho fries.
The California fries, those are probably our landmark there, if you will. Besides our burritos, people love those things. Yeah, loaded fries, you got the steak, salsa verde, cheese,
amazing,
sour cream guac, so good.
It looks great.
Making me hungry.
Yes, we're all starving now. So Tara, tell us about this weekend. Tell us about the party. Everything really kind of kicks off at noon on Saturday, correct?
Yes, we're going from 12 to 5 with the bounce house and the outdoor activities. We'll have music. We're gonna have a couple of old school cars out there just kind of hanging out, showing off, and then we're gonna have face painting from 12 to 3, and that's all free. We're gonna have $7.99 burritos all day.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have $2 off of our margaritas and our alcoholic drinks.
That is wonderful. Yeah. And just anybody can come.
Anybody
and
can
enjoy.
Come. You can stop in for a while, hang out all day.
That's great.
We're glad to have anyone.
That's wonderful. Well, Tara, I gotta ask. I mean, what does it mean to you to be able to, you know, start a business and grow a business here in the Quad Cities?
We've had a couple of businesses, me and my husband, between us, and
we're entrepreneurs then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but having something like this where we're interacting more with the customers and meeting new people so frequently, I think is one of the perks of it, and something that draws us to it, because we like talking with people and you know, getting to know people, and just it means a lot that we're able to do this, and that he's allowed us to do this, because he wasn't really even thinking about a franchise. So it works, just something
though, right?
that
great opportunity,
he believed in us, and
they're doing a great
we're
job.
happy.
That is wonderful. I absolutely love hearing that, and the response. I mean, Rigo has been fabulous from the public. Everybody just seems to love the food.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, well, you can celebrate the grand opening of California Burritos' second location on West Locust Street in Davenport. As Tara mentioned, that fun kicks off this Saturday at noon with food specials, activities for kids, and you, of course, can take a look at the menu anytime you want if you visit them on the web at californiaburritos-ia.com. Rigo and Tara, congratulations on all the success, and thank you for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of
Thank
course.
you for having us.
Well, we've got much more to come in our second half hour of QCL, including a live sneak peek as Eve's Garden and Greenhouse gears up for its spring event happening this weekend. And the American Red Cross will join us with details on next week's Scott County First Responders Blood Drive, how a lighthearted competition among emergency crews is highlighting the importance of blood donation.
And we had a little bit of sun earlier today. We've traded that for some clouds. We'll get that sun back to kick off the weekend. And after the weekend, we could start next week with some strong storms. We'll have the latest on that in your First Alert forecast coming up.
Accurate and reliable. This is your First Alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Eric Maitland.
Yeah, back to a lot of clouds, but we'll get that sun back for our Saturday. There you see the extent of the cloud cover way off to the west. The rain now way off to the east. We don't have any raindrops to worry about for the rest of the day. But as we jump ahead to Monday, not only raindrops, but perhaps some strong thunderstorms, strong to severe thunderstorms. It's a First Alert day. We've shaved off Tuesday because it now looks like most, if not all, of the strong weather will be confined to perhaps the late afternoon hours on Monday into the evening and then the early overnight when things start to taper on down. But again, all threats will be possible here with this particular situation, and that does include tornadoes. As a matter of fact, the Storm Prediction Center kind of moved that enhanced area in the red here for severe weather on Monday across much of the TV6 viewing area. Now, what this shows is the area where severe weather is possible. Will it happen? Never really a 100%, but again, these are the areas favored for strong storms, and depending on how this works out during the day on Monday will determine where those storms are and what kind of weather we'll have to deal with. But again, this is the general area where you really need to be concerned, and right now that includes most of the TV6 viewing area. Of course, through the weekend, as we approach Monday, our forecast will get a little bit better. We'll be able to fine-tune the areas where that weather might likely occur, and also what timing we could expect that to occur as well. Right now, we've seen temperatures drop a little bit. We were at 68 earlier today in the Quad Cities. We're at 65 now, and you can see the cooler air coming in from the north and west, kind of following that cloud cover. So with a few breaks this evening, a possibility we'll see more clearing later tonight, and with that north wind, we'll drive those temperatures back into the low 40s, but all kinds of sunshine tomorrow. I mean, wall-to-wall sun for our Saturday. That means temperatures get back to the mid-60s or so, and even though we have some clouds rolling through on Monday, which might produce an early sprinkle or light shower, we'll still get a few peaks of sun in the afternoon, most likely. And with that, we'll see our temperatures get back to near 70 degrees with some showers and thunderstorms, a possibility later Sunday. But then, of course, here comes Monday. In the morning, not much happening. It'll be the afternoon when things develop well to our west and start moving our way later in the day. Lows tonight in the 40s, even some upper 30s to the north. In Morgan, it looks like Saturday should be a beauty. Pretty much right on track for our temperatures. You see mid-60s behind me, and above me tomorrow, and above all of us, will be a lot of sunshiny blue sky.
Well, Eric, we love that.
Yeah.
Even those of us who have to go to a dance competition, we'll still find time to enjoy it.
Well, knowing how good I dance, that's certainly not me.
Okay.
Because I don't dance very well.
Couldn't be you. Oh, okay. All right, Eric, thank you. Still to come, the American Red Cross is teaming up with local first responders for a special blood drive. How you can roll up your sleeve, support your community, and even vote for your favorite first responder agency. That's next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
All right, welcome back to Quad Cities Live. The need for blood donations is constant. Every 2 seconds, somebody in the U.S. needs it. And next week, the American Red Cross is teaming up with local first responders for a life-saving mission. The Scott County First Responders Blood Drive is happening Wednesday, April 30th in Davenport. And joining me now from the Red Cross with details is Gwen Bartoluzzi. Did I say that right, Gwen?
You did, yes.
Okay, good. I should have asked you before we started the segment. That's a cool last name.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today. This sounds like such a fun event.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're very excited about this. This is our first time doing an event like this here in the Quad Cities, so we're very excited.
Yes. Okay, so tell us all about it and what makes this this blood drive a little more unique maybe than other ones.
Sure. So we're having our Davenport Community Blood Drive. Scott County First Responders, they are supporting it along with the Iowa Donor Network.
Okay.
So at the drive, you can come donate. We'll have the Iowa Donor Network there. So if you're interested in any information, they can talk to you. We also have Scott County EMS there who will be providing some CPR information.
Oh, okay.
We'll have the Iowa Donor Network will have some videos on so you can kind of watch that while you donate. At the end, you'll receive a really cool Red Cross t-shirt, and then you will get to vote for your favorite Scott County First Responder agency.
Okay.
And we're going to have kind of a fun little battle there and a little trophy, well, a big trophy.
A big trophy, yeah. Gwen brought the trophy with her today, and it's giant. So if you are a Scott County First Responder, tell your friends friends, tell your family to go out and donate blood so you guys can win that. It's very, very cool. So talk about when the drive is taking place next Wednesday and where it's taking place, because you guys have secured a cool spot for this.
Sure. Yes, we're going to be at Kunnick Collins Life Celebration Center.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. So appointments are preferred, but you can absolutely walk in.
Okay, great. So if people are like, people are a little about donating blood sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think when you have an incentive like this, you guys have a lot of stuff going on at the event, a lot of opportunities to learn about some different organizations, as you just mentioned. But then they get to kind of do this competition as well. So it can really pull a lot of people in. So talk a little bit more about the first responders aspect of it. Are they going to be involved at all on that day?
Yes, so they will be there, but also the EMS will be there as well for the CPR training.
Yes.
So yes, we are. We have some that are donating, some that are just attending, but we're very excited for them to be involved.
Well, yeah, I wanted to ask you, why is it so important to have organizations like first responders really be partners when it comes to encouraging blood donation? Because, I mean, this is something they're semi on the front lines of as well every single day.
Absolutely, and they're seeing it firsthand.
Yeah.
So they know the need for blood. They see it in the hospitals as well. They know when there's a shortage. They know when supplies are stacked and when hospitals are ready to go. So for them to be involved with something like this is I'm very excited, and I also really appreciate it.
Yeah. So as we mentioned at the beginning of the segment, the need for blood donation, it never goes away. It never stops. Can you talk a little bit more about how critical the need is right now?
Sure. So we are hitting a critical need for blood donations. We are starting to go into those summer months, so you're going to start to see it dip. Everybody gets busy. Summer plans, vacations, travel, sports, whatever it might be. So donors, unfortunately, start to drop in turnout. So that's right now we're really trying to boost our numbers to make sure that hospital shelves are ready and prepared.
Okay, yeah, and I like that you talked about that too, because we've heard it before, whether it's on the news or whether it's on this show, when you have a holiday that comes up, like a Christmas holiday or a Thanksgiving holiday, and it's not top of mind for people, you do see an impact on those shelves. I mean, you guys see it all the time, and I think a lot of people, they think, well, it's just me. People are still donating just because I'm not able to donate. But that's the way a lot of people think.
Yes.
So it is important to try and keep that top of mind for anybody who is available to donate. With that said, who are some of the patients that, are really in need of these blood donations?
Sure. So definitely trauma patients. I mean, when a trauma patient comes through that door, somebody who's been in a car accident, they want to have that blood ready on the shelf to go. Cancer patients, burn victims, because there's the different components of blood that they can use, the platelets, the plasma, the red blood cells. So it helps patients of all sorts.
Okay, that makes sense. And how often can somebody donate blood?
Sure. So you can donate every 56 days for your standard whole blood donation.
Okay.
If you're a Power Red donor, those are for certain blood types, height and weight requirements. Those are every 112 days.
112 days. Okay, so if somebody's watching right now and they're like, well, I haven't donated blood before, but I'm really inspired by this. Can you talk a little bit about what the process is like for somebody donating for the first time? What can they expect when they walk in the doors?
Sure. So when you come through the door, you will be greeted by the sweetest dog at Kunnick Collins.
You will on Wednesday.
Honey,
yes.
Honey.
Who's been on the show before. Yeah, so if you're a fan of QCL, you've probably seen Honey on the show. Very cute.
And then from there, you'll head back. We'll go through your health history. That's about 10 minutes. We ask you questions. We're checking your iron, blood pressure, heart rate. And then the actual donation itself on the bed only takes 8 to 10 minutes. So people think that it takes longer than that. It really doesn't. And then after that, that's when the fun begins, right?
Yeah.
You get to vote. You get your T-shirt. You get some food. I mean, so usually it's about 45 minutes. And I always say, if you're a little nervous, bring your favorite book, bring your favorite podcast, pop in your headphones, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, okay, well, there's all the information for folks who are thinking about it, and I'm glad you put people's nerves at ease, because I think it always helps to hear, hey, it's not as big of a deal as you think it is, and you're doing a really good thing. So there's the address, Kunnick Collins Life Celebration Center, again, Wednesday from 1 to 6 p.m. And if you want to learn more about what we talked about here today, which is the critical need for blood donors, or if you want to make an appointment to donate at any other time, you can visit the website on your screen, Red Cross redcrossblood.org, and you're going to be able to get what you need and find out where you need to go for that. Gwen, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. It sounds like a great event.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Still to come on QCL, we are checking back in with our own Kyle Keel, who is giving us a live preview of this weekend's spring open house at Eve's Garden in Davenport. That and our wins of the week next. Monday on Quad Cities Live, a preview of the upcoming spring market at Prairie Moon Farm in Knoxville, Illinois, with more than 70 vendors, delicious food and activities for the kids. Why you don't want to miss this fun opportunity to stock up on all your gardening needs. And East Moline's popular Margarita Festival. Yes, it is back for another year. More than 100 vendors and, of course, opportunities to enjoy incredible tacos and margaritas. That and much more coming up on Monday on QCL. Eve's Garden and Greenhouse in Davenport is hosting a spring kickoff event this weekend, offering visitors a chance to stock up on seasonal plants or simply enjoy some garden inspiration. Kyle Keel is joining us live from Eve's ahead of this weekend's open house. Kyle, what can customers expect this weekend?
Well, this weekend they'll be greeted by a couple of food trucks and, of course, plants galore. We're in the greenhouse here at Eve's Garden and Greenhouse. They're on the corner of Division Street and Northwest Boulevard in Davenport. They're about to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. So if you haven't been out, hey, maybe tomorrow's the day to do it, because that's when they do have their spring open house. And joining me once again to talk about that is Stacy. She's one of the co-owners with your mother, who I had the pleasure of talking with as well. She's very proud of you for everything that you've done here over the last year. And yeah, you've got quite the setup here. So talk about all of these plants in the greenhouse. I mean, we got color galore.
We have tons. The greenhouse is bursting with flowers. I couldn't stop at all the choices to make, so there's a lot of choices here between all the annuals or the vegetables or even trees, shrubs, and perennials.
All right, so yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, it's more than just the plants, it's more than just the pretty flowers. You have fruits and vegetables that people can buy as well.
Yeah, we have raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, apple trees, peach trees, and some other stuff arriving every week too.
All right, so there's something new every week. So if you come out this weekend, maybe plan a trip in a couple of weeks, because there could be something new, right?
Yeah, we keep getting stuff in every week.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the open house. 9 to 5 tomorrow. The weather's going to be very nice here, very spring-like to kind of get you in the mood. So we talked about the 2 food trucks, so remind people who's going to be here.
The bagel shop is coming and the Fizz Lab is coming.
Okay, and then you have tons of specials, too many for me to memorize. So talk about some of the specials that you have going on. I know there's a good deal on tomatoes.
Yes, it's 4-inch tomatoes are on sale for $1.99, and then the peppers are as well. And then we have all of our hanging baskets are $2 off right now, and topsoil is $1.99. And then kind of other specials is that we have 10-inch hibiscus for $19.99.
Okay, and just looking around, you have plenty of soils, mulch. I even see some sod available as well.
Yeah, we just got it in about an hour ago.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe that's new that I didn't notice when I came in. I just caught my eye there in the distance. So all of your gardening, your planting needs can be found right here at Eve's Garden and Greenhouse. What's it been like over the last year? What's the reaction from the public been like, seeing this new greenhouse in town?
They're so happy that there's something on this side of Davenport, and I mean, plants just make people happy. So everybody that comes in is just happy. So it's really great.
Yeah, it's nice to see the smile on the faces. And I know a couple people come by and said this place is the best. So what do you think makes you maybe different from other greenhouses in the area?
I just try to listen to people and get what they want and try to order what they want. And like a lot of it this year I didn't have, but I told them I'm going to try to have it next year just so they can have what they're looking for.
Yeah, you want to have what the people want, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much for inviting us out today. And again, that open house here is tomorrow from 9 to 5. Again, they're located on Northwest Boulevard and Division Street in Davenport. Website, again, is at Eve's
Greenhouse and Garden at .com.
All right, there you go. That's simple enough. And, of course, we're going to link that on our website as well, kwqc.com. And, Eric, we mentioned tomorrow's weather really going to be very nice to get in that planting spirit, because we're almost there where it's safe to plant anything in the ground.
Yeah, that's right. Mother's Day is usually the traditional kickoff to planting season. And I got to say, for Kyle, being in a greenhouse on a day like today, not too bad. At least you've got some color, because our sky is pretty gray right now. It's going to stay that way through the evening. Later tonight, though, we will start to chip away fluctuate that cloud cover with clearing and lows in the 40s for the day tomorrow. Yeah, sunny, pleasant, 65, just a touch shy of average, which is 67. And, you know, if we get enough sun, we just might get there. And looking ahead, though, for Sunday, we'll cloud things up, maybe a drop or two of rain, but temperatures near 70. Then low 80s Monday, and that's the day you really need to pay attention to, as we will be as well. That's a first alert day. The chance for some strong to severe weather is certainly possible. Could be an outbreak in the Midwest, so we'll keep tabs on that. 70s Tuesday, and then back to some rain chances Thursday with 60s rounding out much of next week.
All right, lots to look out for weather-wise coming
indeed.
up. Okay, well, it is time now for our wins of the week. So we want to head back out to Kyle, who's at Eve's Garden and Greenhouse right now. Kyle, what is your win of the week?
Yeah, well, my win of the week, Morgan, you know, because you were there. You and I went to United Township High School in East Moline to talk to students about a career in broadcast. So we told them all about it, the schooling that we had to do, and of course, we had the green screen out there as well. Trevor from our Creative Services Department was there to help us out with that. And it was a hit, of course, with all of the students. And, you know, a friend of mine just messaged me today and was like, what was it like being a Moliner inside UT? It was fine. The students were great. UT's a great high school. And, you know, I felt a little better because I ran into a couple people I went to high school with who were there. So it's all fine. But anyway, I had a really fun time out there at UTHS. And it's great to see the students show an interest in broadcast and really all the other careers that were there as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was also my win of the week, full disclosure, but I changed it to something else so that we wouldn't talk about the exact same thing. Kyle, though, was fabulous with all the students because the green screen, that really drew them in.
Yeah, it's fun that we can actually take that out there. We have the technology to do it on the spot.
Yeah, they loved it. So
that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it was very neat. Eric, what about you?
Mine's kind of lame. I'll completely admit it.
Same. It's one of those weeks.
Yeah, I don't online shop much, but I certainly had to for my Coast Guard auxiliary education.
Oh, yeah.
And Boating and Seamanship by Chapman, that is like the Bible of boating, which has been around for more than 100 years. I've always wanted it, but I've never really had a reason to get it.
Until now.
Because it's really thick. Yeah, until now. So I got it with some other Coast Guard and nautical chart books, and I just can't wait to crack them open now, actually, to tell you the truth.
It's exciting. Yeah. It's fun to have something new like that. So very cool. I think that is not a lame.
Well, thank you.
That is not a lame win of the week by any means whatsoever.
Neither did Amazon.
You know, and mine actually, shocker, it has something to do with Darby. We actually got the bicycle out of the garage when we had a really nice day earlier this week. She is just one of those kids that just doesn't seem to really care that much if she learns how to ride a bike. So when she wants to take it out, you see it's got the training wheels on it. When she wants to take it out, they're just right behind the house. I was happy to do it, and it's exciting for me to finally see her like trying some new things.
Right.
She just started on a soccer team, never played soccer before. So I just think as a parent, like that's kind of a win when you don't have to force them.
Yeah, and anything that gets them outdoors.
Yes, exactly.
That's still the best.
And off the electronics.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Your News at 4 with Sharon is coming up next. Have a great weekend.